Hi, my name is Alan Roach. I'm a professor of English at UNC Charlotte, and I'll be leading the seminar called Science, Technology, and Culture. Now, why, you might ask, would I go to a seminar led by an English professor on animals and culture? And the answer is, in part, that I was trained originally as a zoologist, both for my undergraduate degree and my master's. But beyond that, I've had a lifelong interest in animals, and I think that everybody out there, yourselves included, is interested in animals in one way or the other, even if you're just consuming them. Of course, most of your students are fascinated by animals and want to know all sorts of things about them. And so what I want to talk about in this seminar is how we interact with animals, whether in zoos, whether it's a matter of consumption, whether as leather products, or how we interact with them as pets, as animals that we admire and we find aesthetic. I want to talk about the representation of animals. I used to be an illustrator, and so I used to draw animals all the time. How do animals represent themselves through culture? When is an animal real? When is an animal not real? So I want us to think about all of those different kinds of things, but also engaging animals down to the bone level. So, for example, this is the femur of some kind of animal that I found lying around, fitting nicely into its hip joint. But there are questions that we always have or we invoke about animals, including one, of course I have my whole animal panoply here, of the dodo. And this is what a dodo looks like. At least it's what we think a dodo looks like. None of you have ever seen a dodo. We don't even know the difference between a male dodo or a female dodo. And so how did we get to the point where we have represented animals in a certain way and come down and thought about them as mythological creatures, as real creatures, as creatures of children's stories books, as creatures of wonderful TV programs that consume our attention and make us fascinated by a world that we should understand better.